Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Doc coming at y'all September 25th, 2009. Doing another video for you all. Happy Friday to all of you. Follow Friday on Twitter, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna get at y'all about that a little quick bit, but on Twitter. But I'm doing another video. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. Very diverse group of news that I'm talking about today. So y'all just get into it. One thing I thought about though, I always say it is what it is in my videos. So what I thought about now is I'm gonna tag that in my advertisements for the website and for Doc TV. It is what it is. I may even make some shirts up, for my little clothing thing I'm trying to come up with that you didn't hear from me though. Yeah. So talk about some stuff today. Omarion'S new deal. Omarion now. Here's the timeline on Omarion. Back in 2000, him and B2K signed with Epic Records. That's Sony, through Sony Music. 2006 or 2007, when that hot mess of a Face Off album came out, he said he left the label. I think he got dropped. Now I have some sources up there, so I believe he got dropped, but it is what it is. Then he signed with Timbaland's Mostly Music Group. He was even at Timbaland's wedding last November, and he was like, yeah, I'm with Mostly Music Group now. He's working with Carrie Hilson and Justin Timberlake on the CD and all this good stuff, and Timbaland and Danger and all that. We was waiting to hear some stuff from that. Didn't hear nothing since then. Then all of a sudden he signs with Young Money this summer. Now, when he signed with Young Money, that's when we just found out he wasn't with Timbaland no more. So he's with Young Money for a good 3 weeks. Maybe a little longer than that. Maybe a little shorter than that. But then he leaked a song out, and he was just on stage with the moonwalking and stuff to Michael Jackson on the America's Most Wanted tour. Then he gets dropped the next day after he leaked the song with Lil Wayne called I Get It In. Now, Omarion has landed back on his feet again. He's starting his own label called Star World Entertainment through EMI label group. And I think that's a good look, though, for Omarion because, now it's his own situation. So now he determines how his album is and everything, and how he's basically the whole ringleader of his situation now. He is the ringmaster of everything now, as far as his album goes now. So it's no pointing fingers at who did this wrong or whatever. It's all lays, everything rests on Omarion now. So I think that's a really good look. And the first single is I Get It In. Remember that it had Lil Wayne on it. Now Gucci Mane is up there. So the song's on the website, but if you want to check it out, it goes out to radio next week. He'll be doing a radio tour throughout the nation, in that time span until the album comes out. November 24th, Illusion, his third album, will be in stores. So, Omarion, he's doing this thing for real. So, it's really good look. Let's see how that turns out. Speaking of November 24th, though, Britney Spears will be dropping her new Greatest Hits collection, the singles collection, on November 24th. The first single is titled 3, that's the number 3, and it will be on radio next Tuesday, the 29th. And it's produced by Max Martin, who's done countless Britney joints like Baby One More Time, We Said It Again, Stronger, all them good songs. But if you see Game, he takes the cake, though, because that's like the most cleverly written title song out there. Really, it is. So if you see Game, he did that joint. So I'm curious to see how this is, how the new song is, titled 3. A lot of people say it sounds like, Womanizer 2.0. So it comes out Tuesday, and of course I'll get my review on it then. But as far as Britney, though, Britney has a new singles collection coming out, like I said, and it'll be in 2 variations. The first version will be a regular CD, 1 CD, with all 17 of her singles, and then the new song 3. Then you have another version that's an Ultimate Fan Box set, and let me just get all these stuff correct. Now, this Ultimate Fan Box version of the singles collection will contain all 29 of her singles, including the new song 3. Each disc will be packaged in its own slip sleeve case with original artwork and will include an additional B-side or remix of the track. The collection will include a DVD featuring all of Britney's videos in chronological order. The Ultimate Fan Box set will also include a special booklet featuring iconic images and fun facts about each of the songs. So I think that's a really good investment, especially for a Britney fan and especially for a Greatest Hits collection. So I will be buying that because, I'm a Britney fan. I don't even care what people think. I break that whole stereotype of what people think a fan of each artist should be. Like, people think a Beyonce or Britney fan should be, gay or this or that. But I'm a straight dude, and I enjoy Britney's music, so, it is what it is, like I always say. So, hey, there you go. But that's a really good investment, though, and the new single comes out Tuesday on radio. And Britney is still on tour, though. She's still doing her thing. She's still on tour for the Circus Tour, promoting her last album that came out last December on her birthday, Circus. And the Circus starring Britney Spears tour will run through November, like after Thanksgiving, when she's going to be in Australia. So Britney's still doing her thing, promoting that album. And also got the greatest hits coming out. So Britney's really on her grind. And keep in mind, Britney is not retiring after this album or anything. Britney will be coming out with a new studio album next year. She's got some time coming in with Danger, more tracks with Max Martin and some other people too. It's a whole list of people that I've been hearing about. So, Britney got a new album coming out next year too, so that would be a good look. Also, this weekend, some Britney fans wanted me to say this too, so shout out to some of the Britney fan websites that wanted me to promote this. Britney, this weekend, September 25th through the 27th, is the By Britney Spears Blackout weekend. Now, Blackout is Britney's critically acclaimed album that came out in 2007, but it came out during the time of her drama and all that. And most of the album is produced by Danger, so it's a hot fire album. It's one of the best albums ever. Now, it didn't get certified platinum. It's standing at over 940,000 copies sold, so it's her only album to never go platinum. Even Circus sold more than Blackout, So, Blackout needs some more sales, and it needs to get the word out there that it's a hot album. So, Britney fans put together this weekend where just buy the album. Rebuy the album if you already have it. If you don't have it, let people know what it's about, and so they're trying to do a good gesture right there. So it's Britney Spears by Blackout weekend. Shout out to some of the Britney websites like Breathe Heavy and what else? Britney Spears Blackout, Britney Experts. Yeah. So yeah, and so that's that. And what else we got popping on? Let me check my time real quick. Y'all know I gotta go and check my time. All right, so Jay-Z on Oprah yesterday. I like that interview when Jay-Z was on Oprah. Like Jay got this swag that's so crazy. Like it's like, man, I want to be like Jay-Z because he seemed like just the coolest dude on earth for real. And he was on Oprah, even taught Oprah how to rap. Told Oprah she don't need to use her hand. You know how people when they try and do hip hop, they always try and use their hand and all that. He was like, no, you don't need that hand. Just let it be smooth and all that. And the interview was great though. Of course, Oprah don't always have a lot of rappers on her show, so it was a really good look that Jay-Z was up there. Expect some album sales increase next week as well. And just, the interview as a whole was great. And it also showed Jay-Z the businessman. He, going into his empire, working his day and his work and everything. So it really showed a good side of Jay-Z and everything. So it was a really good look, like I always say. And, yeah, so, expect some album sales, like I said, because his album's already at over 750,000 copies sold in 2 weeks. So Jay is doing it with this album. He's really breaking everybody's expectations because everybody thought it was going to sell 300,000 the first week. He ended up selling 470-something thousand the first week. They thought he was going to drop a lot, the next week, and he ended up selling like 300-something thousand last week. So Jay is doing this thing for real. So yeah, shout out to Jay-Z. Now Diddy is no longer on, from all my label heads out there, my bad boy heads. Jay-Z is now, not Jay-Z. Diddy is no longer on Atlantic Records, Warner Music Group. That was, Bad Boy was distributed through that label for a good minute. But now, Last Train in Paris will be released on Interscope Records. All the albums that was released through Warner Music Group, through Bad Boy, will remain, kind of property of Bad Boy. Those masters will remain over there. But, as of now, it's not known if any of the artists will be moving over to Interscope as well, or if Interscope is the official home to, Bad Boy. So, the press release will be on next week to talk about that. So we'll see what happens. And also Drake's new single featuring the Dream title, "Shut It Down," produced by The Omen, who's from Harlem. So Harlem World Stand Up. Someone told me to say that too. Shout out to JC, my homie right there. But the video will be directed by Hype Williams. The song will be coming out in a good few weeks. It's the first official single from Thank Me Later, which will be out early next year. And people say it's a hot joint. So. Yeah, shout out to Drake. Drake's album too, So Far Gone, the mixtape version that came out in retail stores. The retail version that came out in stores last week, they beat out number 7 this week. So it's a really good look, especially considering the album was a free album for a good while, and now it's a paid form mixtape. So that's a really good look on Drake's part. That's the end of this. Let me check this real quick. Alright, yeah, that's the end of this video. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later. One.